Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-November 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get into it. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's coming for the remainder of November. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But let's go ahead and get into it. Again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close here. Capricorn, we have the card context. So you've gotten more context, you've gotten more information, you've gotten more clarity, something of that sort in these last few weeks. So we always like that. We like being in the know. We like having the information that we need. Let's see what messages we have coming through here for you, though. So first up, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is very traditional, very conventional. It's a card of expectations. It's a card of conformity. I will say, I feel like you were anticipating not good news here, Capricorn, but I think the news actually ended up being pretty good. Again, you were anticipating not good news, but it looks like it was actually pretty good news with the Hierophant. Again, I'm seeing that it's coming in better than your expectations. The next card that we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of like the unknown, the unseen, so it makes sense that we're getting more clarity. You were kind of going down this path not knowing what to expect. The Moon card is also a card of making voluntary changes. So I feel like now that we have the information, we know what the situation is, you started to make changes based on the context, based on the information you were provided. At the bottom here, we had the 10 of Swords. You see the 10 of Swords is kind of a dark, gloomy card. The sky is black. The person's laying down flat. They have all the swords stuck into them. Again, you were anticipating really negative or not so positive information here, it seems, Capricorn. So this is good because, again, I think it ended up being better than we thought it would be. The news was better than we expected. But we're kind of in a low spot. Also, we're making some voluntary changes because, again, we're moving away from that position. Let's take a look at our clarifiers, though. First up, we have the the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a card of being very strategic, very intentional, long-term. So this makes sense. Again, you've started to make voluntary changes. Now that you know the context, now that you have the information, Capricorn, you're acting accordingly with what you know. So I like to see this. Again, this is very strategic. This is very intentional. We've already began making those voluntary changes. The next card that we have is the Sun card. The Sun card's a good card. This is material happiness, joyous outcome, success. Again, I feel like the information that came was just better than expected. But also as you make these changes, as you start to navigate this path, now knowing what you know, I think you're going to be really happy that we made these changes anyways. We're glad that we're on the path that we're on. It's nice to see because at the bottom here you have the double 10 of Swords. So again, you're feeling like you were in a low place with this. But we're making changes to get away from it, and things are much brighter, much happier on the other side there. Okay, taking a look at our next column, this is just general what's coming for the remainder of November. We have the card Friction. Friction has 2 different meanings here. So one of them is like friction in terms of conflict. So there being some sort of friction, some sort of conflict. The other meaning of this card is like when things are in motion, there's heat, there's friction. So it's saying that things are moving. So I know very different meanings, but it seems that there is some sort of conflict or friction potentially, or just things are in movement here for you. Let's take a look though, see what messages I can give you here. So, first up, we have the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. if there is some sort of friction, give it a rest, give it a break, put it to bed. That's what this Four of Swords is about. This is about needing to renew, needing to recover this relationship. So it does seem like there's some sort of friction. However, looking at our next card, the Lover's card, the love is deep. This is a great partnership. There's strength together. There's happiness in being together. So it's like, again, we need to give this conflict a rest, put it to bed, and let this kind of relationship come into priority. At the bottom here, we have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like there was a lot going on which didn't help with the conflict. You know, you're trying to juggle, you're trying to prioritize, you're trying to do all these different things at once. But it's like, we need to weigh your options. This relationship, it seems to be worth fighting for. So again, we need to figure out how to put this conflict to bed. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love the Ten of Cups. It's my favorite card in the entire deck. It's the card of everything good. We have a nice full rainbow, happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, water's running, there's a house in the background. This is total love and support. This is contentment. This is happiness. Again, it's all things good. So this relationship brings us a lot of joy. It brings us a lot of happiness. It's full of that love and support that we need here, Capricorn. So we need to figure out how to give this a rest, how to put this to bed, how do we recover this relationship. The nice thing I think through this is we have the Nine of Wands coming up next. We have boundaries now. A boundary was crossed. We can acknowledge the boundary and we can reset the boundary. So this relationship will even be moving forward in a stronger, healthier way than it was before because there's a new understanding. And at the bottom here, we have the Justice card. The Justice card indicates favorable outcomes. So again, I feel like there's a favorable outcome of resolving this conflict, renewing the relationship. It's cause and effect. Again, something happened. The fight was the effect of it. But we can figure things out. We can also get to the bottom of the truth. We can do some information sharing. The Justice card is a truth card. But again, there's favorable outcome here for you, Capricorn. So put that conflict to bed if you can. Moving on to our next column now, let's talk about anything related to money. We have an affirmation card. It says, I welcome prosperity into my life. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. Woo-wee, look at this money spread here, Capricorn. So first up, we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. I love to see this. I feel like financially and career-wise, you're on the right path here, Capricorn. So that's really, really wonderful to see. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is also like retirement, inheritance, some lump sum of money. If you're retiring, congratulations, that's so exciting. This could be an indicator of a good chunk of money coming your way as well. So we're making the right moves career and money-wise, but it also does seem like there's potential for a lump sum of money here. Next, we have the Four of Pentacles. These are desires. These are the things that we want long term. Again, we're on the path to hitting those things long term. And at the bottom here, we have the Nine of Cups, which is wishes coming true, material abundance. Again, I definitely feel like there could be a lump sum of money coming in for many of you, and this wish coming true. So we have our desires and then this wish coming true. This is an insane spread of cards. These are the money cards everyone would want. Taking a look at our first clarifier, we have the World card. This is the last card in the Major Arcana. It's completing a goal, completing a lesson. For those of you retiring, that totally makes sense. For the rest of you, though, I feel like this is like understanding. We're learning from our lessons, but we can confirm that we are on the right path now. The next card that we have is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is, this is interesting. So I feel like there could have been some sort of financial loss at some point that we're still grieving, you know. Maybe there was something that a house that went into foreclosure or bankruptcy that was filed. But we need to focus where we're going now, Capricorn. And the grass is so much greener. The sun is so much brighter. Again, I feel like we're in line with where we're going long term. So this kind of grieving of the past, I think we can let go of. And you want to focus more on long term. Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And again, I think we're on the right path. So don't let that thing from the past bring you down. At the bottom, we have the Star card. This is a card of renewal. Again, we've renewed from this low point that potentially you may have been at some point. Okay, looking at our next column, we're going to talk about anything related to love. So we have a quick love message. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love, Capricorn. So first up, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, self-respect. By all means, you should be doing for you, taking good care of yourself this month. Carve out some time to maybe go get a massage or a pedicure or a manicure or whatever. Something self-love. Maybe it's just spending a little bit of time in the bathtub at home. But I feel like you need to prioritize yourself. Do a little extra for you going into these next few weeks here, Capricorn. The next card that we have is the King of Wands. This is interesting. I feel like you're in the position where you can make a move. So what love move is that you want? But again, this is like the power being in your side. Oh, I didn't say this with the Strength card. That's a courage card. The King of Wands is also a courage card. So it's like, are we going to make the move? Are you going to take the leap of faith using that courage? But again, with the King of Wands, you're in that position of power. You have the ability to make whatever that move is. And at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Cups. I love the Ace of Cups in our love column. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. In this case, it's new baby, a relationship, proposal, marriage. So lots of new love energy, but it's like, have the courage to make that move for you. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Four of Swords. We were talking with the Strength card about having a little bit of self-love, self-respect, you time this month. The Four of Swords is resting, retreating, renewing, recovering. So again, give yourself that R&R, give yourself that little bit of self-love. It'll go a long way. The next card that we have is Empress. Empress is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. Again, you have the ability to make the move here, Capricorn. You're in the position of power. The ball is in your court. You can create whatever reality you want. The Empress is also a card of pregnancy and fertility, so if you're hoping to grow your family, that's definitely a good one for you. At the bottom, we have the King of Wands, echoing that message already. We're in the position of power. So whatever this new love thing is that you want, you definitely have the ability to make that move. Okay, now let's take a look at our... Oh, excuse me. Let's take a look at our fifth and final column here, Scorpio, which is a message from our future... Capricorn, that's a message from our future self or spirit guides. I just did the Scorpio video before this, if you can't tell, Capricorn. But this fifth and final column is a message from our future self or spirit guides, something to carry into November for you. We have the card Core. If you look at this card, the part that stands out the most is the heart here. This is about doing what feels good at our core. This is about doing what feels good in our heart. So these next few weeks, if something doesn't feel good to you, don't do it. You don't have to do it. Only be doing those things that feel good in your heart. So let's take a look, see what messages I can provide you here. First up, we have the Empress. We were just talking about the Empress. This is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. When we do things that feel good for us, Capricorn, it has this nice ripple effect where it just creates more and more and more and puts us at a very high frequency, a high vibration, allows us to bring more abundance in. So as we're creating whatever these things are, be creating things that feel good, be taking action that feels good to you. The next card that we have is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So I love this. Not only are we doing things that feel good, but we're successful at doing those things that feel good for us. And at the bottom, we have the Seven of Swords. This is betrayal, dishonesty, theft, something of those lines. You see this person's packing up their things and leaving. We need to be doing things that only feel good to us here, Capricorn. So again, if it doesn't feel good at the core, don't give it any time. Pack up your stuff and move on. Be focused on those successes, on those things that feel good for you. Taking a look at our clarifiers, we have the Eight of Wands. This is speed, action, quick change. You have the ability to get a lot of things done really fast right now, Capricorn. So definitely capitalize on that energy for this month. The next card we have is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card, expansion, growth, commerce. So again, we're making big strides. We're making big progress here, Capricorn, which is great to see. These successes are significant. They're leading to more money. They're leading to growth. They're leading to opportunities here. Make sure you have a plan too, how we're going to keep proceeding forward. Planning is a big part of the Three of Wands. And at the bottom here, we have the Four of Pentacles. We talked about this earlier. This is your desires for long-term security. These are the things that you want. Again, we need to leave behind the things that are not making us feel good and focus exclusively on those things that we want. All right, Capricorn, at this point, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have the 3 questions in mind, we can pause the video here and think of them. But question number 1, we have the 10 of diamonds. This is the number 8 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2, we have the 4 of diamonds. This is number 27 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the Ace of clubs. This is number 31 card. That's also a no. So 3 no's across the board here, Capricorn. Also, we're going to pull a card from we're going to take a look at our Healing Stones deck. We pulled a Crystal of the Month earlier for you. For November, you have Sapphire, which is good for spirituality, wisdom, profound spiritual experiences. Make sure you're always in the right place at the right time. And last but not least, we have our healing note. Your healing note says, we don't know how strong we are until being strong is the only choice we have. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Capricorn, and I hope you have a wonderful November.